Hi there guys, back today with another vlog here. So, number one thing I want to get straight is, if you go back to my old vlogs, you'll see that my style of vlogging was more calm, composed, and trying to get through to the viewers as somebody that's collected. But there's something to it. Now, if I break it down, I never used to allow myself to feel a certain way. And by that, I mean any emotion, any feeling, any sensation I'd have, I'd always put that into the video without trying to change that whatsoever because I was comfortable with the way I was feeling, even though it was uncomfortable itself. Now, I know that's a paradox, but let me explain further. So, within the last week or two, I've learned that we live in the now. Number one, we live in right now. So as of the actual minute of this video, it's 1 minute and a few seconds. We live right now. We don't live at the start of this video. That's in the past, and we don't live towards the end. We live literally right now. That's helped me understand quite a few things in life. So being present lets you appreciate everything in the moment, and you don't worry of outcomes. So outcomes is expectations, and whenever you chase expectations, how you want something to end, how you want something to finish, that is all in the future. All you have is what you're doing right now and how you make use of yourself within that moment itself. So I've learned that live in the actual present moment and don't worry about how things are going to end. Don't worry about how I'm going to end this video right here. I'm not stressed about any of those things. All I want to do is put myself out there as of right now. So each word I'm saying is literally at the present time. That feels beautiful. And something else that connects with that is, as I said, picking a emotion. So for example, I'd be feeling a bit down in some of my videos, and it was showing because my body language, my tone, and everything was like this. It was like, yeah, the last week I did that. Like I knew I was feeling down, but I didn't know how I can maneuver and worm my way out of that emotion. So I learned with a coach, and he's taught me a lot. He's taught me that you've got to embody, you've got to feel the emotion that you want. Why? Because it's a choice. Everything we do in life is a choice. If I want to go downstairs right now, if I want to go to the shop right now, they're all choices. I can be hungry for a snack, I can be hungry for a drink, but if I don't make that choice to get up and go, then it will never happen. And I'll always just be, stagnant right here with just thoughts and stuff like that. But I choose the emotion. So just before I pressed record, I wasn't exactly this energetic, but something that made me understand this even more, for you viewers out there, is an example of, for example, if something was to happen right now, somebody pulls up looking to hurt me, looking to hurt somebody I love, I'm not gonna sit there and, think of, I'm not in the mood, don't do it. I'm not gonna be doing that, really and truly. I'm gonna go out my way and I'm gonna do everything from a reaction point of view, a reactive point of view. And that doesn't mean I'm gonna react like I've rehearsed this before. It's just gonna be spontaneous, just innate, just comes right out of me. And what does that demonstrate? It demonstrates that you've got this, you've always got this. You just don't know how to access it and choose it. So at the beginning, around 2 weeks ago, when I was first putting this into practice, hearing so much about anxiety, do this exercise, do this, feel this, accept this, all of that is beautiful. All of that are golden keys. But I was missing the actual leadership that I thought I didn't need or I didn't have. So I started off to actually think about it like, you know what, this is right. So once it makes sense in your head, you go ahead, you try this. And let me tell you now, it does feel uncomfortable. Yeah, it does feel uncomfortable because we're human. All humans are used to something, whether that's, eating, whether that's playing football, whether that's, skydiving, whether that's emotion. All of these things are things that your body's either used to, accustomed to, or something new. So whenever something is you're used to it. You already have a certain emotion for that thing. So now when I think of football, for example, I think of, you know, uh, I'm not going to perform too well. I'm going to take a cross over here. I'm going to feel excited doing this. I'm not going to like the end part of it because I usually miss the last opportunity of just tapping the ball into the goal. I've got so much memories of just failing at that. So that shows that I've got so much meaning to just football, my perspective. So because I've got so much meaning to do with it, so much emotions that are already there attached to it, every time now I go out and play football, those emotions are always going to be there. And the way around it is look at it from a clean, present point of view. Because I'm not the old guy that was playing football a month ago. I'm playing it today, right here. And everything that I do, each action I take, I can give it a meaning. I crossed the ball this time round, and the last finishing tap, as I said, I used to be horrible and miss it. I could be like, okay, I'm going to experiment. I'm going to put it here. Let's see if that works. You see that approach? See, that's something new. It's giving it room for a new meaning. You see, all of these things come hand in hand. And besides just anxiety, coping mechanisms, exercises, just letting you understand that, okay, this feeling I get here is anxiety. The reason I'm overthinking is because my nervous system is anxious. The reason I feel a bit dizzy is because, blood sugar, I didn't eat well because my stomach is anxious. All of those things, they could make sense, but at the end of the day, we have to take action. And we have to make room for action as well. So if anxiety takes over all of these things, takes over all our time recovering, takes over all our, perspective and stuff, we're always going to be in a little hamster wheel here. At one time, yes, it's consuming you. The other times you're trying to get over it. The whole picture basically says, I've got it, I don't have it. I've got it, I don't have it. And then you move forward. Do I have it? I've got it, I got it. You see what I mean? And that's something I thought of myself. So, yeah, I found a new way to look at life. And just today itself, I went out, I spoke to a few people on the road, shopkeeper, like I'm putting myself out there. The feeling I have before I do it is like, okay, are you saying, I'm going to do it because I chose to do this. However it plays out, really. And yes, I'd like it to go much more smooth. I want to be that person I see on TV. I want to be like that guy over there that's doing it so naturally and charisma and aura around him. I'm never going to reach anywhere if I just keep looking at people and just, hoping one day, that could be me. We have to take these steps. We have to mess up. And that doesn't mean like each step is purposely made to mess up, but do your best. Very high chance it's not going to go well at the beginning. Whatever you do at the beginning, it's not going to go well. And just putting it into a practical sense, there will be cringe moments. There will be times where you just want to go back in your show and things like that. Like I felt that throughout the last 2 weeks. But there's no way out. There is no way out. There's no way forward. If you really, really want to change how you operate, how you think, how you feel, take action, take leadership. And that's exactly what I'm doing in this vlog right here today. I hope you don't see a difference. I hope you see a difference if you go back to my previous videos. But if you don't see a difference, then that's fine, Everyone has their own views, their own, judgments. I'm not trying to force that down your throats now. But, yeah. So, could I say it's a new journey? I can. But I don't want to say it's a new journey, and there's a reason why. The reason why is because these are not tricks or experiments or, coping exercises. Whenever you use those tools, you can say there's a new, way of life now. Everything's new. This is something that's always been there. It's always been there. Just didn't know. That's the beauty in life. You live in the moment. You do everything in the moment, everything that you've learned. And the outcome, we've got no control over it. I'm not learning to detach myself from outcomes. I'm not attached to outcomes anymore. Yeah. But that's the beautiful message here today. I hope you guys are doing well. I didn't really greet you at the start of this video because I jumped right in. Why? Because I picked an emotion. But anyways, enjoy your day. Take care. And I'll see you guys on my next vlog. Take care, guys.